Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to do the Week 3 review for NFL Fantasy, and in particular looking at the Sportsdeck Dream Team side. So 445 rather we got this week, which was not good in the second half in terms of overall, with 1661 for the week. We've dropped outside the top 1000, so I guess after a good week last week, we've dropped back a bit. Excuse me. So I won one of the two leagues, which is nice. We'll have a look at the league. I've literally just logged on. I just got the email notification saying that the results were done. So I thought we'd take a look. So Jalen Hurts was our captain this week, and he scored a 43 today. So that's not a bad return. I thought he only got one touchdown, but it was a rushing touchdown. So not sure how he got to 43, but we'll take that. Josh Allen with a 44, so much of a muchness there with our quarterbacks, but still 40 is a pretty good score. Running backs, so Saquon was pulled out. We said we'd have a look how the auto emergency went. I'm assuming it was Rashad White with the 10. Hopefully we got Ford's 35. But other than that, the running backs were a bit flat this week. James Cook with a 23, Bijan Robinson with a 15, and Kyron Williams with a 14. Excuse me again. Our wide receivers, so Tyreek Hill had another big game with 52, and that was far from the biggest on that Miami side. Justin Jefferson crushing it with a 48. Stephon Diggs solid with a 30. Olave chugging along with the 28. Ridley, so Jacksonville was disappointing again. He only got 11. And Nakua, I guess the good times have finally ended with the 19, but you can see he has already jumped up about 3 mil in value, which is very handy. Gabe Davis with a 20, Sky Moore 12 on our bench, so we could have played Davis, I suppose, over Ridley. But other than that, not too bad in that section. So Travis Kelce with a 32, Waller with the 7, Musgrave with a 15. So, Kelsey back and firing. Moody and Aubrey continuing to do good things with the kicks. The Cowboys, so they made me look a bit silly. I was talking them up last week and saying, they're still looking good, even if um, Trayvon Diggs, the cornerback, was out. But they got stung by the Cardinals of all teams. And the Bears, not expecting anything from them, and that's exactly what we got. So, in terms of trades this week, um, 6 mil to spend. Actually, we might have a bit of a quick look at the results. So, snuck in a win against Wally Winners by 3 points. So, kept my undefeated streak going in our. Oh, no, that's the public league. I was about to say in our league, but I just realised I've gone the wrong league. Got on the early crow and made myself look a bit silly. So, Wacko Jacko got me this week by about 50 points. Let's have a look who he had. So, Mahomes, 50 bag against Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, I think we need to find a way to get him in. Jordan Love, another solid week from him. So there's a nice little price bump for him as well. The rest, Jamar Chase finally getting a decent score. Good to see. He's been a fantasy hero of mine in the past. And then other than that, it's pretty much got the same. Cool. Fantastic. So I think that's where we've got to target. I think the obvious game to check out is the Miami Denver game. Miami putting 70 on the Broncos. So Devon A-Chain with a 98. What's he priced at? Oh, he's the cheapie of the week. Got that 98 in his rolling average. Did he not? I swear he played week one, but obviously not. Fantastic. Well, we all already know what one trade's going to be. Raheem Mostert with 83. So he's bumped up 4 mil. He'd have a really nice negative break even. Tua. So for those who went with Tua, he's made a million. But, scored well. The Broncos defense still managed 4 points, so more than Chicago. Go figure. Let's just have a quick look through, see if anything else stands out. Debo Samuel looked really good for the Niners against the Giants. Um, Lamar Jackson, 2 rushing touchdowns. Matt Gay. So I have him in our sort of redraft fantasy league, and yeah, he got me a heap of points this week. Him and Zach Moss. I had both of them actually, and they both killed it this week. So Cleveland, good to see Deshaun Watson's back in a bit of form. Tennessee's a bit flat though, so Derrick Henry, um, owners, I'd be very concerned. Detroit doing the business. Sam Laporta, he's another one in my redraft league that's been a hero. How much money did he make? 1.7 mil. Maybe he's an option for Waller because the Giants do not look very good, unfortunately. What we got here? Nothing too much we haven't talked about. Houston, nice win against Jacksonville. Tank Dell, what's he at? Yeah, he's jumped up 2.8 mil. That was one that would have been good to get on. Stroud, he's looked pretty good. The defense for Houston, that's an interesting one. Minnesota Chargers. Keenan Allen, yeah, he had a massive one. I think he scored about 50 points in regular sort of NFL fantasy, which is massive. Herbert, good. Mike Williams scored well, but he is out for the season. He's one I do have in that same redraft league I've been referring to, so I do need to find another wide receiver. Perhaps Josh Palmer, just like for like, perhaps. What do we got? New England and well, Jets, obviously 15-10 doesn't suggest there's a lot of scoring there for us. Buffalo, I think, we've got their main assets, so that's fine. Washington was a bit flat. Kenneth Walker from Seattle, nice. Adam Thielen. So Andy Dalton was playing this week for Bryce Young, and it sort of looked completely different. Thielen getting a lot of looks. DJ Chark getting quite a few receipts as well, so fantastic. Keanu and Dobbs doing the business for Arizona. The Cardinals, I think is what I started to say, and then it rolled into Carolina. Yeah, the Cowboys defense, you've let me down. How much money do they make? They still made 1.6 mil, so nothing to sneeze at. But their massive score is out of their average, so I think we keep the faith, even though it might be misplaced, but that's fine. Mahomes and Kelsey, yeah, pretty much it. The running back core doing well. Pittsburgh, let's say Devontae Adams with the 71, that's massive. So yeah, he's pretty expensive though, so that makes sense. Boswell, the kicker, 30 points, that's all right. Handy haul. Where are we up to in the 2 games today? So AJ Brown doing all right, 35. DeAndre Swift, rather, 28. Gainwell with only a 10, so it looks like Swift is the man now, which is unfortunate because I got Gainwell in my redraft league. In the Bengals, 19, Rams 16, so bit of a quiet game for Nakua. I'll have to have a look at his stats a bit closer. Chase obviously got a touchdown there somewhere. Receiving yards, so 28 points. That sounds like a lot of yards. And receiving touchdown, no, 12 receptions. Okay. No touchdowns? Cool. Good start. Lots of targets for Jamar. Fantastic. So, I guess the sort of feeling is around, we talked about trading up and down these sort of middling price running backs. And I think seeing A Chain's score has sort of locked that in for us. So we get A Chain in. We can't quite get to McCaffrey. That's a bit flat. 820k out. So where can we cut some fat? Guess we need a boost to make this happen. And we can go two ways. I think we either get out of Ridley and go to someone like Adele. That's one option. Um, the other option, probably the one that I'm leaning more towards at this point, is Waller out and Laporta in. So, I think in a variation, maybe the very first team that I drafted uh, and documented, I think I had Laporta and Musgrave, and I was going to just flick between them. I thought Waller was a good chance, but it just doesn't look like the Giants have got much of a passing game at the moment. So, I'm happy to bring Laporta in. I think, there's a better chance that Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley lift than Daniel Jones and Darren Waller. So I think I might go this way, plus, A Chain out to get McCaffrey in. And so then how the team will shape up this week, quarterback would stay the same. McCaffrey in for probably A Chain, if we're being honest. He's literally a cash grab. These are the three keepers. It's going to be between Williams and Ford in any given week. If you have a look at the matchups, Cleveland against Baltimore. I don't think their defense is decent. While the Rams are against Indiana, so they obviously did beat Baltimore. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards Williams at the moment, but I might be swayed. The wide receivers, so I think, uh, well, again, playing against Indiana, do we back them? Buffalo against Miami, that could be a high scoring affair. So we'll get Gabe Davis on board for the time being. The Porter or Musgrave, so they play each other in Thursday Night Football. That's interesting. Who do we back in? It's just basically going to be who's more likely to jag a touchdown. But I think we'll stick with the hot hand and go with Porter, Moody or Aubrey. They haven't really changed as much, but yeah, San Fran against Arizona should get a few extra points, you'd think. Dallas against New England, that's going to be tight defensively, so maybe a few more field goals for Aubrey. They play at the same time, which is also interesting. Hmm. We'll back Moody, I think. And obviously the Cowboys' defense over the Chicago Bears. Although they're playing Denver. Just got 70 dropped on them. But I guess that's not their attack, is it? So that's fine. And the captaincy option. So both playing on Monday at 3 a.m. So we can't really loop these guys. There's no one really on Thursday night that we want to look at. So it's Buffalo against Miami. Again, high scoring game. Or Philadelphia at Washington. So Josh Allen just put 44 points in this format, on Washington. So I think we just stick with Jalen. He's my guy. I'll back him in. Yeah, so that's how the team's shaping up for this week. Um, Obviously, if Barkley, actually, that's what we had to check. I didn't even do that. Was to see what auto emergency score we got. Yeah, so we got Rashad White. So that was a bit of an experiment. I would have played forward um, if I sort of, thought that would happen, but I just wasn't sure. So, yeah, we could have got 25 more points. It still wouldn't have helped us. Should have just recapped the other games too, I suppose. So, Austin Heckler's defeated by Timmy's Caddy, 533. Looks like that's the biggest score for the week. So, who does Timmy's Caddy have that we missed out on? Tua Tagovailoa, Jordan Love, Devontae Adams. So, you add up those few big monster scores. That's pretty decent, I think, for the week. Close one, $5 footlong. Son of Brady, very tight. Looks like the Mahomes captaincy was the difference in the end. So well done to you, Nathan. And the bin chicken's done by dropping dimes. So a few points of difference there. What's the difference maker? Just, I guess maybe New York Jets defense. That's a tough call. Although they're the Dallas defense, so that levels out. Calvin Ridley, I guess. It's just it's just a few points of difference that was slightly down. That cost him there at the end. That's unfortunate. I should have a look at the league ladder too, I suppose. So, yeah, Timmy's caddy on top with 2 wins and a draw. Didn't realise we'd had a draw this season. Oh, actually, I do. Just completely forgot about it. So, 3 teams on 2-1, including myself. And Son of Brady, hopefully, we'll get a win this weekend, unless they're playing against me. No, I got Wacko Jacko this week, so coming off a good win, I'm pretty sure. I know that was this week. Sorry, I don't know how to find out who's next week. Actually, I do. It's in game week 4. So up against Timmy's caddy, so hopefully defeat the undefeated streak after 3 weeks, but we'll see how we go. Um, yeah, so other than that, I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to go through. Mike Williams' injury is probably the big injury um, for the week. I haven't seen if there was any injuries today, to be completely honest. But yeah, we'll wrap it up there. So as always, if you're enjoying the content, let me know by adding a comment, or if you want to ask a question, make a note, whatever you'd like. You can do that, or you can simply like the videos. And if you're enjoying all of the fantasy content, whether it be EPL, fantasy, NFL fantasy, or NBL is going to kick off this week, um, subscribe to the channel and keep you up to date with all that. But other than that, thanks for always watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.